Let me read the citation. A native of nearby Spencerport, New York, and I can say parenthetically surrounded by her mother and other family here today, she is a proud graduate of the College of Brockport and the University of Pennsylvania. Your thoughtful scholarship has brought you international recognition as a pioneer and one of the foremost practitioners in the field of women and gender history. Your first book was a seminal work in the field of women's and gender history that for the first time demonstrated the importance of contributions made by middle-class women in promoting social change in 19th century America. Your second book, Southern Discomfort, Williams' Activism in Tampa, Florida, 1880 to 1920s, was an equally important and pioneering analysis of working women's social activism in Tampa's Black, Anglo, and Latino communities. You have been a tireless promoter of effective and inclusive teaching of women's and gender history throughout your career at the University of Florida, Duke University, and currently at Rutgers University, in one of the country's preeminent programs, both in women's and gender history and women's and gender studies. From the beginning of your teaching career, you have fostered inclusiveness in the curriculum, encouraging instructors to incorporate race, gender, and ethnicity in survey coursework, while urging students to see themselves as part of a vital community of engaged citizens. Your stature as an historian has been recognized with prestigious fellowships and awards, including a fellowship at the Center for Advanced Study in Social and Behavioral Sciences at Stanford University, a Guggenheim Fellowship, and visiting Pitt Professor of American History in institutions at the University of Cambridge, highest priority. For your visionary scholarship that was instrumental in establishing the field of women's history and gender history, for your commitment to bringing diversity, inclusiveness, and global perspective to the curriculum, and for being a role model of academic excellence and social responsibility, the State University of New York is proud to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa.
Thank you. You're not supposed to cry when you give the commencement address, so I just need to take a deep breath here. And my deepest thanks to President John Halstead, Provost Ann Hewitt, the SUNY Board of Trustees, and Chancellor Nancy Zimpfer for awarding me this honorary degree and inviting me to deliver this year's commencement address. I also want to thank Professors Jennifer Lloyd and Allison Parker for putting my name forward, and for the History Department as a whole for decades of support and mentorship. It is a special gift when our earliest support communities remind us that they still hold us as near and dear as we hold them. And let me offer my hearty congratulations to the newest members of this community, the 2010 graduates of the College at Brockport. I also want to welcome your families and friends who are here to celebrate with you, and I'm very happy that my mother, Irene Hewitt, and my brother, Will Hewitt, both Brockport alums, are here along with my sister-in-law, Nirja Bhatnagar, and my cousin, Patty Carley. We are a family filled with State University graduates, from Appalachian State to Albany, Buffalo, Binghamton, Geneseo, and of course, Brockport. But my family can tell you that when I was 20 years old, it seemed unlikely that I would graduate from college, much less that I would ever be a commencement speaker. I had dropped out of school that year, and I was working nights at Dunkin Donuts. I didn't know they'd be so popular. So the path I took to this podium requires some explanation. In May 1969, I graduated from Spencerport High School, just a few miles down the road. I was a National Honor Society member, a National Merit Scholar finalist, and the recipient of a generous scholarship from Smith College in Northampton, Massachusetts. I enrolled at Smith that fall, and I learned a lot over the next 2 years, mostly about the Vietnam War, civil rights, and feminism. Unfortunately, that knowledge was not exactly what my professors had in mind. So in May 1971, I dropped out of Smith, but I was then accepted to the University of Toronto. Within 6 months, however, my Canadian student visa was revoked for failing to attend class. So by December, I was back in Rochester, working the night shift at Dunkin Donuts on East Henrietta Road.